Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Shooting this on a Sunday night just before it gets dark. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Yes, this past weekend. So today's video is going to be, there's no need to explain yourself. I'll get to that in a minute. So enjoy the pretty scenery. Take a nice relaxing breath with me. Know that you're safe. Our emotions are safe. We're safe in our body because TMS, perceived danger pain, basically means your body's fine. Your brain just doesn't think so, so that's why it's firing the alarm system. And you're also safe in your own thoughts. So, beautiful night. So today's topic is going to be, you don't have to explain yourself. So how many people here, comment below, feel like everybody they know is always asking you, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? And even if you're on this TMS train, this perceived danger pain path, and you know you're moving in the right direction, many of us kind of feel like we have to explain it. Well, here's this thing. It's really cool. The brain creates the pain based on perceived threat, right? And this guy, Dr. Sarno, he explained that the brain perceives negative repressed emotions as the danger, so it distracts us from those emotions with pain. And inevitably, people will go, what? And they look at you like you're crazy. And you start to feel silly that, am I crazy? Why am I believing this stuff, right? So as you feel this compelling need to explain yourself, you oftentimes find yourself in conversations that don't really help your recovery and sometimes create more doubt because you've got a lot of people who don't understand this, are not interested in understanding it, and our ability to explain it is somewhat limited because it's not an easy concept to explain. If you must explain it, just say, you know, I'm working on a new approach and it's going well, so thanks for asking. And stop there. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to explain and teach everybody around you, including your spouse, exactly what the concepts are and exactly what you're working on. If the folks around you are asking you all the time, how are you doing, how you doing, how you doing, you can simply say, yeah, I'm working this new process program. It's going well. I'm moving in the right direction. Thanks for asking. But hey, can you do me a favor? One of the things that's really helpful for me is talking about this stuff less. So just assume I'm doing all right. If I want to share or if I need some help, I'll let you know. But for now, let's just talk about other things. How's your life going? What's new in your world? Tell me about your day, right? There's no need to explain yourself. Now, one of the reasons why I think it's not valuable to speak about your pain, your symptoms, or even this TMS, perceived danger pain problem, is this. The brain remembers neuroplastically the things we think about and focus upon most often, which is why it's often not helpful to speak about your pain all the time, even to your loved ones. You know, and I know they're probably asking you 15 times a day, how you doing, how you doing, how you doing? You can say, I'm fine, thanks. What's going on with you? Or change the topic. Or just say, I'm fine, thanks, and shut up, right? I'm not telling you to shut up, but I mean, like, stop talking, right? There's no need to explain yourself. And the more you focus on it, the more you speak about it, the more your brain goes, this is important. Let's keep these neural pathways together and firing. And so I think it's really important to speak about your pain as little as possible so that your brain can go, these are not important, and let those connections release or let go. And that also goes for your internal dialogue. You know, somebody was asking me, well, what do you do about obsessive thoughts? Well, if your thoughts are about the symptoms or the pains, all the way back to step one. Do you understand TMS? Do you understand perceived danger pain? Do you understand the purpose of pain is to protect you from a perceived danger? Do you understand that for TMS, it means that the brain's perceiving danger where it really doesn't exist? And so if you understand that, you've done the assessments and you have connected the dots and say, yeah, this is the only thing that makes sense for me, then the obsessive thoughts about the pain and about your next thing that you need to or want to do today, or about the trip you're taking in 3 days, and oh my God, is my trip going to get ruined? Right? You can literally say, I'm not thinking about that now. Now, I got this from Mel Robbins, M-E-L Robbins. She wrote 2 good books that I've just been listening to on Audible, The 5-Second Rule, as well as The High Five Habit. So I'm not thinking about that now. And Mel Robbins spoke about this thing called an anchor thought. Come up with one now. What is your anchor thought? What do I mean by that? It means if you notice your obsessive compulsive thinking and you realize that's taking you down a dark alleyway towards somewhere that you don't want to go, what's a positive thing you can think about? Can you immediately think of something you're grateful for? Like, I'm worried about going to the grocery store. No, I like the grocery store, or, I'm blessed I've got such a nice store near me, or, I'm grateful for the life I have, even though I've got pain. Or come up with something that makes you feel good. Envision yourself pain-free. Do something other than loop over and over and over again on these compulsive thoughts. So see if you can find an anchor thought, something you can go to. So when you notice yourself going down the rabbit hole, you go, nope, I'm going to think about my kids and how much I love them. I'm going to think about my spouse or my mom or whatever your anchor thought is. For some people, it's Jesus. For some people, it's family. For some people, it's just the blessing of still being alive and having every day being an opportunity. Whatever that anchor thought is, pick one and use it every time your thinking goes down that slippery slide towards the obsessive compulsive thinking that can sometimes just get us in that rumination and fear loop. So you don't have to explain yourself to other people. You can, and probably should, coach those close with you to stop asking every time they see you, or 15 times a day. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? What's going on? Change the subject. And if somebody keeps asking, say, hey, look, really working on this new program. I'd rather not talk about it, but if you would, please don't ask me about my pain all the time. Even if you see me struggling, if I need help, I'll let you know. But otherwise, assume that I'm okay. I'm moving in the right direction. I appreciate it. I know you love me, and that's why you're asking. I love you too. Really appreciate the support. What's going on in your life? And shift the topic. You don't have to explain yourself. And if you're not sure how to tell somebody who asks you, how you doing? You look like you're hurting. You don't have to tell them what's going on. You don't have to tell them about TMS or perceived danger pain. Just say, yeah, I'm having a rough day. How are you? What's going on? Change the subject. If they persist, be like, yeah, I'd rather not talk about it. What's going on with you? You don't have to get dragged into those conversations, because the more you talk about them, the more your brain's going to say, this is important. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to wrap this one up. It's a beautiful Sunday night here. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend. And love you guys and gals. We'll see you tomorrow.